Hobbies and Activities by Iffy, Anna, Megan, and Amanda.
Our school offers some sports in the fall. So for fall sports, we have volleyball, football, cross country, and soccer, or football. I am the goalie. I'm Iffy, talking right now, and I'm the goalie for the soccer team. So in this picture, we're just getting ready before we play a soccer match. After school, we have practice that usually lasts until maybe 5 o'clock or 5:30, but also during the week we have some games. So for example, football has games on Friday nights, and their games start at like 7 o'clock, and you get home by 9 or 10 o'clock. The community of Watertown comes and supports these teams. As you can see in the football picture, there's a lot of fans in the crowd. A lot of people from our school come to watch the games and the meets.
When our fall season of sports has come to an end, we move along into winter sports. These include swimming, gymnastics, basketball. They also include wrestling, hockey, and we have a dance team. Our hockey, dance team, and our wrestling team actually combine with another school so we can have larger teams. And they often will practice and do everything just the same as if they were just based on our school. The winter sports season is the longest sports season of the year, usually lasting up to 4 months, and even longer if you make it into the state tournament or region.
After the winter season ends, then the spring season starts, and the spring season goes till the end of the school year. And I'm Anna talking, and I'm in golf, and also Amanda is in golf. And then for softball, Megan Kretz, and then Iffy is in track. We also have a baseball team separate from softball.
In addition to sports that are offered at Watertown, we also have clubs within our school. We have mock trial, which they have mock court cases. FFA, which stands for Future Farmers of America, and they deal with farming and animals. Student council, which is made up of students at Watertown who put together events throughout the school and volunteer their time. BPA, which stands for Business Professionals of America. And we have yearbook, which consists of photography and putting together a book for students to buy to capture memories from the school year. Knowledge Bowl competes against other schools doing complex problems. And then we have speech, where they practice different sorts of speaking activities and also compete against different schools. In addition to clubs, we have choir, which is singing, and then we have band, where they play instruments, which is made up of tons of different instruments that both choir and band have concerts that are at Watertown in our Performing Arts Center, which the community also comes out to watch.
Oftentimes people have a second home that's usually up north and on a lake somewhere where it's a lot quieter than the city life. And at these, which we call cabins, we like to participate in things such as four-wheeling, which is pretty much just digging up the mud and getting dirty, or bonfires where people roast marshmallows and make things like s'mores, which is marshmallows, chocolate, and graham crackers, or they just like to hang out by the lake. Some other activities that we enjoy doing usually at the cabin include tubing, canoeing, paddleboarding, boat rides, and kayaking. In this picture, you can see kids that are tubing, and it's just things that you go behind a boat and are pretty much drug along, wearing a life jacket so that way you stay afloat if you fall off, and they whip you around. And kayaking is pretty much just like you paddle yourself around in a boat, and that and canoeing are very similar to each other. Paddleboarding, you're supposed to wear life jackets, but it's just people standing on giant boards that float in the water, and they kind of move themselves around.
Also in Minnesota, we have a lot of attractions. So the first one I'll talk about is Valley Fair. That's a really big amusement park. It's not as big as Port Aventura, But they have a lot of rides. There's places you can eat. There's also a water park at Valley Fair. The next place is Mall of America. That's in Bloomington, Minnesota. We don't live too far away from that. It's a really big mall. It's the biggest in the United States, and we have it right here in Minnesota. There's also an amusement park inside of the mall, and you can just find any kind of shopping you want to do, buy food, any kind of shopping. Next one we have is Minnehaha Falls. This is just kind of a nature walk you can go on. When the Spaniards were here, we went on a trip to Minnehaha Falls. You can see Isa and Iffy, or the whole group of Spaniards and Americans. There's a lot of green trees, waterfalls. It's a nice nature place. Some people like to go there and take pictures. In Minnesota, there's a town called Duluth. Duluth has a college. It has the University of Minnesota Duluth in it. We call it UMD. And it's a very pretty town. There are cliffs, lakes. It's very big. It's very pretty. We even have lighthouses in Duluth, right there. And there's a big lake in Duluth called Lake Superior. It's one of the Great Lakes we have here in America. Anyways, Duluth is a very pretty town. Some people from Watertown who graduated go to the University of Minnesota Duluth right now. And also in the summer, what we do is we go to the state fair. It's very, very common for Minnesotans to go to the state fair. At the state fair, you have to eat cheese curds. Cheese curds are just what you eat. The state fair also has very famous cookies called Sweet Martha's cookies. Americans love those cookies. And also the state fair is well known for their food on a stick. So you can find a lot of different kinds of foods that you just eat from a stick. Corn dogs on a stick, pickles on a stick, you name it, alligators on a stick. And a whole bunch of people go to the Minnesota State Fair. It's usually held during late August, and it's just a fun time. You go there, there's a lot of different things you can do there. There's some rides, there's music, there's radio stations. Anything that is found in Minnesota is often showcased at the state fair for people to see. They have a wide variety of animals for people to look at. They have lambs, sheep, cows, horses, even dogs, chickens, pigs. And also in Minnesota, we have a bunch of sports teams, and we have baseball, the Twins, which is a professional baseball team, and they compete against other professional baseball teams in other states. And we also have hockey, the Wild Hockey, who also do the same thing. And we also have boys and girls basketball, and the Golden Gophers, which is a college basketball team, and they compete against other colleges. And also we have boys basketball for our professional team, and Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio is from Spain, and he plays in Minnesota for the Timberwolves basketball team. And also we have the Vikings. And the Vikings are a professional football team. And all of these sports teams play in Minneapolis or St. Paul.
For fun nighttime activities to go chillin' with your friends, you might go to a movie, the movie theater, or go bowling. We like to go neon light bowling, and your white clothes look neon. We also go out to eat and hang with friends. The drinking age for the United States is 21, so we are not allowed to drink any alcohol when we do decide to go out, but we still have a good time anyways. Some relaxing activities we like to do is we like to go hot tubbing. As you can see, some of the Spaniards are in here with us when they were here in September. We like to watch Netflix. A lot of people binge watch Netflix and watch it for multiple hours of the day. We like to go swimming, relax in the pool, tan, since in the middle of winter we look like ghosts. We go to the fair where they have carnival rides and animals, and it's a little bit smaller than the state fair. Some people have trampolines in their backyard like I do. Here's Anna, and here's myself and her sister Sarah. Bouncing the trampoline for fun, and even go rock climbing like Megan here.
Another thing we love to do is go to concerts. On the left, you can see Anna and Amanda at the Basilica Block Party. It's just where a bunch of bands come together and perform. On the bottom, you can see Iffy and her friend. They're at the Ed Sheeran concert. And on the right, there's Charlie Puth singing in Minneapolis. So we do love to go to concerts and just kind of have fun with the music.
Based on the time of year, there's often different special activities that us as kids like to do. They include four-wheeling, hunting, homecoming, which is our sports teams have like a special week during the year, and we kind of just celebrate the sports and everyone around them. And then there's also coronation in that, which is like royalty for the school, and then football games, of course. Hunting is very widely known around the United States. We spend a lot of time doing that. It's a fun pastime, and in this picture you can see Amanda shot some ducks. In this picture you can see me, Megan, I shot a deer, and this is in Missouri actually. Anything that we do kill while hunting is always eaten by our family, so it's a way to provide for our families, just the same as if someone were to be eating a cow. It's the same. We eat the meat just like we would eat something bought at a grocery store.
Another pastime that we like to do during the fall is go to apple orchards, and Anna, me, and also Amanda and Carly work at an apple orchard during the fall. And some things you can do at the apple orchard is go on a hayride. You can pick apples, and there's also sometimes vineyards where they make wine at apple orchards, and you can go on hay bales, and you can just walk around and enjoy the nice fall weather before winter season.
When it comes to winter in Minnesota, it's oftentimes very cold, sometimes even below zero temperatures arise. So we spend as little time outside as we can, but there are still a few fun activities we can participate in. One of the activities that people often do is they go ice skating or they go sledding, which you can see Amanda in this picture is sledding, and Iffy is, I think, sledding in this picture as well. Another thing you can do is go snowmobiling, which is pretty much kids just take out and rip the snow, go through the drifts, and kind of just enjoy the weather as best they can. Oftentimes as kids, we spend a lot of our time building snowmen or snow forts and having big, huge snowball fights. A final thing that we really enjoy doing in the winter is ice fishing, and in the winter we can drive out on lakes with cars because you get over a foot of ice that freezes, and people like put permanent fish houses out, which are like 8 by 20 houses, and then they spend their time out there in a heated fish house fishing in a totally different way than what they would fish in the summer.
Something unique that we have through our school that you guys do not have are school dances. We have First Comes Sadie's, which is in February, and the girl asks the guy to go with them to the dance. It's a super fun time, a little bit more low-key. And then we have prom, where the boy asks the girl, and this happens in about April. You wear longer dresses, it's a little bit more formal, and you have a sit-down dinner. And this year for prom, we are actually going to be going to the Mall of America. So it should be a lot of fun.